I opened up a paper size template. Then I went ahead and opened up a new layer, chose my monoline pen, put it at about 80%, and then drew an oval. I opened up a new layer and then drew a triangle. I held down so the triangle would be perfect. I chose the select tool so I can flip it around and adjusted it where I wanted to, and then chose the eraser tool and took off the top of the ear so I can make it curved. At that point, I decided to duplicate the ear, and then at the bottom here, I made sure that it was under uniform and adjusted the other ear where I wanted it, and then opened up a new layer to start the eyes. After the face is done, I like to go ahead and duplicate the entire template before making any other changes. Now combine all the pieces of this kitty by combining all the layers. You can use your fingers to do this. And then adjust the size of the head to about the top of the page. Open up a new layer, and now we're going to draw a rectangle. Think of this rectangle as one of the cat's legs. Then I'm going to choose freeform, that way I can stretch it out to where I feel it looks correct. Then I'm going to duplicate this rectangle until I create all the limbs and adjusting the sizes as I go along until I feel happy with it. When I'm finished, I'm going to go ahead and duplicate the entire canvas. That way, if I want to come back to it at a later time and change something super simple, I don't have to start all over from scratch. Now, with a series of the same steps, we're going to go ahead and create the paws with the oval shapes. At this point, I'm happy, so I'm going to combine all the layers with the exception of the background. You do not want the white background. And we're going to open up another layer and create a circle for the body. Hold it down to make a perfect circle. After combining all the layers, you see that in, go ahead and click it and think of that as the opacity for your entire canvas. I'm going to bring it down all the way to about 20% and then open up a new layer. Now for the fun and satisfying part. Trace around the perimeter of the entire kitty. Once you're happy, you can go ahead and delete or hide layer 1 and just work with the outline of your VOODOO kitty and use the eraser tool to clean it up. Now follow along as we work on the details of our VOODOO kitty. In my process, before I add any major details, I always start a new layer just so I don't have to stress about mistakes. After these final stitches, I went ahead and combined the layers, and then I'm going to open up a new layer, hide the kitty in the background by unchecking it, and I'm going to draw the outline of a bone. You're going to open up a new layer, bring the opacity down on the outline of the bone, and then trace around it just like you did with the kitty. Once that's all done, go ahead and bring your kitty back to the page and then you're going to put the bone where you want to and duplicate it over and over again until you fill up the whole page. It took me about between 10 to 15 bones before I felt like the page was full and complete. If you're wondering why I'm putting bones in the background of a voodoo kitten instead of a dog, it's because pins, pin cushions, crossbones, all that goes with the whole mystical, magical, Halloweeny theme. Once you're happy with everything, go ahead and duplicate the entire canvas. The reason why I do this is because I might want to switch out the bones for pumpkins in the background later on, and I don't want to have to do a whole lot of erasing. Once that's done, go ahead and combine all of your layers. Now, technically, your coloring page is done. Time for some fun. Go ahead and open up another layer. Put it in the background of the kitty by putting that layer underneath your cat layer. And then just choose some colors that you love. I love the purples. I'm gonna use red for the heart. I am going to make the kitten like a satchel color, so it's gonna be browns, but you can do whatever you want. This is your picture. You can add more detail, take away some detail. It's completely up to you, as long as you're having fun. I wanna thank you for joining me today. Go ahead and continue coloring until you're complete, and thanks for watching.